Hello, it's Lindnerz. Welcome to another LenorMarch entry for day. No, I really have to search for this. Date 13 and day 14. So we will touch on the fox card today, and I want to share with you my gorgeous fox I got from my boyfriend for Christmas, and I really like them. He's really a gorgeous one. So the question for the child and the fox is talk about what these two cards mean to you, and then answer the question. While often the fox is seen as being sneaky and in that hen house, sometimes he's just about seeing things from a new perspective. How do you see Lenormand as letting you come at a situation from a new perspective from tarot or oracle? So first of all, okay, the child for me, with a child is quite easy for me to deal with. So I see this really as new beginnings. I can really much resonate with this one. Okay, I also like the kind of thinking about the keyword of innocence, something small. And I like the idea of the fox as being the clever one. And I also liked the keywords that Kelly had in terms of duty. And so I see this as a beginning. What kind of a beginning? A clever one. So you have to get in contact with your foxy cleverness, so to speak, to be able to do everything that is possibly needed, that you need for this kind of new beginning that you're planning. And some fox energy is quite helpful for that. Okay, this it's not so much oracly read, but the cleverness of the fox I see as quite helpful to get into this kind of new beginning. Turning the other way around, so I will figure out what this is. You have to be clever, so you have a kind of cleverness. I also like the keywords that Chloe McCracken in her Celtic Lenormand book has: cleverness and instinct. And she also relates it with work and job and skills, street smarts. Whoops, getting new skills. This could be something which I could resonate with also. So I quite like these two here. They're really beautiful together. But I also want to share with you something which I found really funny within the Piatnik. Does anyone saw that the fox has having a strange face? This is almost looking like they have a human face on a fox, and he has this kind of smiling, grinning, and it always looks as if this fox has eyebrows. A bit strange looking fox. But okay. The second part was how do you see Lenormand as letting you come at a situation from a new perspective from tarot oracle? So in this month, I really learned in terms of the differences between Lenormand and oracle or tarot. This at first, okay, it's an own system. Perhaps more structured. I don't know if this is the right word for this. More structured than tarot, or more strict than tarot. So I see tarot much more as this kind of psychological tool, and also intuitive tool, as well as also oracle. You can go wild with it, and you can journal about certain cards forever. Whereas this one here is more, you get quite fast, you get a result out of it. There is no sitting there for a long time and try to figure out what certain cards are meaning. You have a lot of cards to at least get something out of this. So basically those two together are okay, but when you want to figure out more, you have certainly, when you need a more detailed message, you need more cards. So I see this as a really more practical cartomancy approach, so to speak. And there is this topic, okay, that this is more, yeah, perhaps may a bit more fortune telling kind of cartomancy system. This is something I don't know how to approach that, if I want to approach that. I know there were certain videos on, I'm the one from Anneke with Nobody Here, with her channel Nobody Here. She touched on this kind of thing, this kind of self-fulfilling prophecy thing that sometimes, that can heavily play into or within our psyche and bring certain things to the table, or making certain things affect. And there were also the video by Diane Jarecki about her one LenorMarch reading, where she saw that the querent or the querent's husband was sick and possibly die. So there were certain things that perhaps make me a bit anxious to get into this further. So at this very moment, I never asked the cards certain things for myself at the moment. The only thing that I was doing was this 3-card reading at the beginning of LenorMarch. At the moment, the thing that intrigued me most is this kind of a building up a sentence, and I like this from the storytelling point of view, and perhaps will use it also for storytelling in this kind of way, not so much in I don't know, predicting the future or so. I know future is not fixed, but with the system, it's I don't know. The system can tend to lead in this kind of future foretelling kind of way. So you see, it's quite hard for me to wrap my mind, my head, my kind of thinking around this kind of system itself and what it can possibly do. So quite a different one, but so much for the Fox and the Child. Something I forgot to tell or to touch on within the last question was, of course, that I also can see that when you're doing or using multiple systems, that using LenorMarch could be quite an interesting factors or interesting interesting approach towards a more clearer meaning. This is something I really marvel at, especially with Kelly's 3 Voices reading, and something I only experienced so far with using Oracle and Tarot cards. And this is sometimes really wonderful and surprising how well these systems support each other's messages. So this will be quite interesting to find out. But coming to the bear, to day 14, the bear and the stars. Of course, talk about what these 2 cards mean to you. Okay, I always go with the single handout here, the keyword meanings from Kelly, and of course with the Celtic LenorMarch one here. Because I quite like the approach. Of course, I also look into Andy B. Sometimes you could also call him Andy B. Andy Boroveschengra's book. But sometimes, I don't know, some meanings are really scaring me, to be honest, like with this scythe, with kind of, this is the danger card. And so I'm more of, I try to approach it sometimes in a different way, maybe kind of what we will call here revolutionary here, or doing the things that I want to do my way. I don't know, but I stick with basically two things here. So I see, the bear, kind of, of course, strength. So you could say or think, what kind of strength? So a hopeful strength. So something around that line, and the other way around. Try to do this one. So this is a hope. And I also like this kind of prosperity aspect here for the bear within the Celtic Lenormand. So what kind of hope you have, a prosperous hope. And of course, knowing more about, or to know more about that, you certainly have to lay down more cards. So you get to know more, basically. But the other question was, who is the one person that has had the most influence on helping you to move towards your destiny? I don't know if I want to call here names. There are certainly people around me in my everyday life that certainly helped me a lot. In my development, I have to say. This is something which is always hard, narrowing it down to one thing, basically one person, one card deck, one whatever. This is something I don't know. I don't like that most of the time. This is so, you have to force something. This is also something that I sometimes don't like within my Season of the Seeker studies, where we, at the end of every element or elemental study, we narrowing all the correspondences we have down to one word. So we're narrowing it down to 5 words, 5 power words for us that we relate to that element, and then we come to the one word that is the most powerful, has the most powerful impact. And that is always hard, but it's more manageable with this one. But choosing one person that were a lot of person in my life that had certain impacts. Sometimes at first, maybe not the best one, and then you see to which kind of outcome it led later. So certainly, I would say, since I started studying, within a group of international women, and also started here on YouTube and getting in contact with you all, this has a really big impact on my kind of development, and perhaps moving towards my destiny. This is maybe a bit cheesy, but when we come to the stars, it could be a bit cheesy actually. So I guess everyone we will meet on our way is to some degree valuable to our life path, so to speak. But there are a lot of, so I basically would say, all of you out there and all of those who are in my life had certain impacts, some perhaps more, some perhaps less, but I'm learning every day more, and I'm thankful and happy for these new relationships that are forming here with our with our tarot tribe here and our cartomancy tribe. I want to include every cartomancy nerd out there. This is really wonderful. Also, all the pagan friends and pagan people I talk to. So this is a great opportunity and the great wonderful thing about the internet, I guess. And of course, there are also dark sides to it, but at the moment I'm enjoying it wholeheartedly, and love every minute of it and love to learn. And it's always, yeah, nice to see the different kind of perspectives people have, and bringing them into, yeah, making them some kind of value into your life, or doing them, or yeah, integrating them into your life. And this is a kind of a give and take thing. I feel this is kind like a little bit like lemniscate, an eternal circle of giving and receiving, and so on and so forth. And this is, I guess, what it's all about in terms of humanity, basically. So this is a great way to learn more about yourself. And the other one, I guess I'm rambling now, totally off point, I know. So I will stop it now. Yeah, we will see us soon. Either in a fabulous LenorMarch video or some other video. I know I have some of my on my agenda, but it's hard to sometimes find time with so many things going on at the moment. I know, I promised ink making video, and the ingredients are waiting and waiting to be processed. And I also want to make this, yeah, kind of how to bind your own journal. This is also on my agenda. I think about also making this kind of crystal tag that is going on within the last days. But I have to figure out when I have the best lighting to show you all of the stones that I have. And I guess I won't be able to show everything, because they are in various different places where they have certain, certain things to do. Sometimes it's hard to bring them all, because I have a very vast collection, at least of clear crystal quartzes. So I will see what will come up next. So enough rambling here. We will see you soon. I wish you a wonderful day or a peaceful night. Many blessings. Bye.